This one's about being trans and how I actually became okay with it. So very similar to other people, it started off very young. Growing up, I was always a bit of a feminine kid, walking, talking, emoting, all of which, valid, fine. You don't have to be trans to be a bit feminine. And growing up in the black community meant that this was seen as a bit of a problem. So I was always told to be normal, talk normal, walk normally, walk like a boy, don't say this, say that. All while growing up at the same time. And, it just not making sense to me. I mean, I was thinking, I am a boy, and I'm walking, so I must be walking like a boy. So I think this is where a lot of the internal conflict actually started for me. This, of course, carried over to school life, where I would just feel comfortable with the girls, play with the girls, talk with the girls, hang out with the girls, almost encouraging myself to, be more like myself, my authentic self. But, at that age, you don't think about anything like that, do you? You don't think about having to go to work, to pay for food, to pay for your home, to go to work, to pay for your car, to get you to work, to pay for your home. That horrible cycle. So next comes secondary school, and of course I end up going to an all-boys school. So that's pretty difficult when you're trying to work yourself out, and then you end up having to pretend extra hard that you're a boy now because you need to fit in, but that doesn't work. 7 years of bullying later, and this is where I decide, hey, maybe I'm different because I'm just a gay male. So, live that life for a little bit. And it's okay, but I don't quite identify with it, and everything's still just a little bit off. I definitely think it would have helped if there was better representation in the media at the time, because the closest thing we had was Will and Grace, and there was no one trans on there. Although there was Lily Savage, rest her soul. But again, that's just not enough. It doesn't make sense. I suppose there were other examples of trans people, but not the best representation.
I can't respect you as a
So what are
loyalty
you?
woman.
What are you?
I'm a man.
And I'm a man too.
So a few years and a handful of abusive ex-boyfriends later, I decide, hey, there's something I need to do with my life. Let me try going to uni. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe that's why I don't feel quite so good. Maybe I can find the answers there. So uni in Manchester, and what can I say? It's like the gay mecca. So many different queer people, so many ideas of what I could be. So many good examples, good representation, finally. This is where I say, do you know what? I don't actually fit the normal gender binary. And here is where I adopt non-binary, obviously. But still, not quite everything. So I take to YouTube now because YouTube is a big thing. There's a lot of great people on there. So I start watching all these trans people on there. So I start and I see some people like Samantha Lux, Cat Black, Matilda, and just a whole bunch of other trans YouTubers, and I'm thinking to myself, it makes sense. I am trans. But there's still not much that I do because I still don't quite feel comfortable with that. A few more years go by, and now I think I'm ready. Then the pandemic happens. So anyway, I spend this time, working on myself, thinking, who am I? Somehow end up in a relationship. Great person. And you know what? They turn out to be trans too. And it's this person being trans that gives me the courage to actually stand up and be myself and say, hey, I'm trans. So, 3 a.m, I'm on my notes app, I'm typing furiously, I'm creating this big dramatic essay to send to my partner to let them know that I'm trans. Anyway, after I send it, they say, yeah, I know. And it turns out this whole time they've just had a sense, but they said that they were going to let me come out on my own time, which I'm so grateful for. They're really one of the best people I know. And that about takes me up to today, but there's still so much that I don't really know about myself, and I'm going to talk to you about them because, well, I don't have any friends. So I don't have anyone else to talk to apart from you. Some other things, whilst I've been, finding myself, working out who I truly am, is trying to work on what is my sexual orientation, what is my sexual attraction, do I have sexual attraction? And these are all going to be things that we're going to talk about in the next couple videos. So yeah, if you want to stay along, join in the conversation on this topic, or sexual orientation, or sexual attraction, or anything else that you have on your mind, even if you just want to chill, say hey, hang out, be friends, I really need friends, then, come and subscribe by clicking here, or you can watch an old video by clicking here. Anyway, stay beautiful, have a good day, bye.